a 5-4 season last year. What are the expectations for the Newton Eagles?
Bottom line is to improve on that 5-4 season. We've had a couple 5-4 seasons in a row now, and it's time to, increase that to get to, 7, 8, 9 wins would be great. To have a better chance of hosting a playoff game. We thought we were on our way last year, started 3-0, and then we kind of hit the skid. So we got to make sure we do a better job and try to get to, 7, 8 win mark to try to get us that home playoff game. That's what everybody's shooting for. So that's definitely one of our goals. Always, be consistent on the field. Don't turn the ball over. Be really good on defense. Get stops and stay healthy. I think that's the big thing. We've got a lot of nice players. We're not real deep at some spots. We have depth. It's kind of like we need to spread that depth around a little bit. So we have depth at a couple of spots and not depth at some other spots. So just staying healthy throughout the season, but giving a great effort every week. But just make sure that we are very consistent on the field in what we're doing. Well, our schedule I think is very tough. We open up with Sullivan, and I know they haven't been maybe at the top lately, and they've struggled here or there, but I really think they're going to be a solid team this year. I know they've tried to really improve what they're doing up there. The other part of it is our LIC schedule stuff. I think the LIC has turned out to be one of the top conferences around. Maybe that wasn't the case a few years ago, and maybe it wasn't looked at as a big school conference, and all of a sudden it's kind of turned into a big school conference. Until somebody knocks them off, Mount Carmel is at the top. I think there's some teams in our conference that maybe has that ability to knock them off this year. I hope that we're one of them. We don't know that until we start playing. But I really think Olney, Robinson, us, and Casey are all very, very good this year. I think we'll just kind of probably be beating up on each other every week. I think Marshall will be an improved team. So, and then Paris, can't forget about Paris. I know they graduated a lot, but they're kind of be that team out there that'll kind of sneak up on you and get you. So we don't see them until week 9, so we'll kind of have a better idea what they're going to do. But, we saw a couple of these teams in the summer in 7-on-7. And Casey, I think Casey's for real. I think Mount Carmel's for real. Robinson's going to be real good. So it's going to be a fun year in the conference. There's going to be a lot of great games.
Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful.
Attaboy. Good job. Good job. All right, choose. Let's go quickly.
There you go. Obviously, losing Ben Meinhardt and Mason Mulvey were two players that were really key on offense. But what type of key players are you looking at this year?
Well, losing a guy like Ben Meinhardt, especially, an all-stater. I mean, there's no doubt about it. That losing a kid like that and trying to replace that is always going to be tough. Mason Mulvey brought, great leadership and stepped in, did a good job at quarterback and defense, and just a good, solid, all-around kid, player. So losing two guys like that's always going to be difficult. Our goal as coaches and our job as coaches is to always try to find those guys that can step into those positions and do our best of coaching them and training them to get them to play at a high level, and hopefully we've done that this year with a couple of key spots.
We're all really excited to be here. I would say the goal is to obviously go to the playoffs. We want to make it there. We want to go far in the playoffs. But overall, we're all really excited to be here, and we basically just want to go to the playoffs. That's our goal. We all just want to stay healthy. The key would be show up to practice, do your job, make sure that you are helping your teammates out in any way that you can, and overall just be there for your teammates.
At the tight end position, what is going to be your role?
Most of this year, I feel like we're going to be more of a pass first team and steer away from the running, but mostly just catch the ball, block if I'm needed, and be there.
What are you guys doing as far as filling the roles of Mason Mulvey and Ben Meinhardt?
So to start off with Ben Meinhardt, we have a new addition, which is Parker Wolf. And Parker Wolf has been a huge contribute to the team. He's quick. I mean, as you can see, he's pretty successful with any sport he plays. But he is a big contributor to our team. And also with Lane Bergner, who played varsity last year, over Mason some games. And we also have Max Meinhardt. So we have two really good quarterbacks to fill that quarterback position. But yes, Parker Wolf and Max Meinhardt and Lane Bergner.
There we go. You missed. Good. There we go. Get there, wrap up.
Our number one expectation is to continue our streak of going to the playoffs for the past however many years we have, and just to continue on to that and have a healthy environment and just be there for our team.
Well, I think the number one goal for us is no doubt is to host a playoff game, and to get there you have to have a good season. I'd love to win the conference, and I think everybody on our team, there's no doubt, would love to win the conference, and I hope that we have that issue, that we have that chance to win the conference. But if you're hosting a playoff game, you've done something right. Whether you went on the road and won a first round game, or you've been fortunate enough to win enough games, you've hosted the first round. So there's no doubt that's kind of the goal for us this year, is to get that home playoff game, and that if you're doing that, it means you've had a pretty good season.
Edie, you're holding this guy up. We want to hold this guy up as long as we can. Then you're going to release and get to the hash up here. Lance, same thing. About right in there, Edie, and you're going to send the wall there. Okay? You guys, obviously looking for leakers. RC, 1, 2, 3. RC. Showtime on